I know a lot of you say Sasuke has the most plot armor in the series. I've seen the comments, people calling him a fraud who won 0 fights and only survived because Kishimoto wouldn't let him die. And honestly, in this current era of anime slander, I get why it's easy to think that. On the surface, it looks like Sasuke spends half the series getting his high top fade pushed back. But there's a massive difference between a loss and fighting a gauntlet that would kill 99% of the characters in this universe. Today, I want to actually look at the context people ignore, because when you stop looking at the aura and start looking at the tactical reality, you realize Sasuke isn't a fraud. He's actually one of the most efficient killers in the franchise. Let's look at the supposed losses everyone talks about and see what really happened. We have to address the fight that started the fraud narrative, Sasuke versus Itachi. The common argument is that Itachi let him win. Now, Itachi definitely had a secret plan to save Sasuke and seal Orochimaru, but people act like Sasuke didn't earn his keep in that fight. Sasuke broke out of Tsukuyomi, a feat thought to be impossible using nothing but his standard Sharingan. But his real genius was the Kirin setup. Sasuke knew he couldn't outclash Itachi's chakra, so he used the environment. He used his fire jutsu to heat the atmosphere, creating natural lightning. Kirin is faster than any chakra-based reaction. Itachi only survived because of the Yada mirror, a literal god-tier shield. Sasuke pushed one of the greatest prodigies in history to his absolute limit. Did Itachi choose to die? Yes, but Sasuke earned that victory by tactically dismantling a Mangekyo user's arsenal. Immediately after the Itachi fight, Sasuke goes after Killer Bee. People love to meme Sasuke getting overwhelmed here, but look at the timeline. Sasuke had just survived a life or death battle with Itachi. His internal organs were shredded and his chakra was bottoming out. He didn't have time to heal in a village. He was being treated by Obito in a hideout, and he went straight from that recovery phase into a fight with a perfect Jinchuriki. That's like a player with 20% health trying to take on a level 99 final boss. And yet, what did Bee say? Killer Bee himself admitted that Sasuke was one of the strongest people he had ever fought. For a master like Bee to give that credit to a man who is clearly still recovering from a near-death experience tells you everything you need to know. Sasuke didn't lose because he was weak. He was a man running on fumes, fighting a god-tier opponent, and still completed the objective by using Amaterasu. Then we get to the summit. People love to count the Raikage fight as a massive loss for Sasuke. They say Gaara had to step in to save him, but let's actually break down that final exchange. Sasuke had just survived the Liger Bomb using his ribcage Susanoo. He's bleeding and tired, but he stacks his defense with Kagutsuchi, the Black Flames. At that moment, the Raikage is coming down with a guillotine drop. If Gaara doesn't intervene, who dies? The Raikage's leg was already being incinerated just by touching the Susanoo. If he lands that drop, he hits a wall of Amaterasu. The Raikage was on a suicide mission. Gaara didn't jump in because Sasuke was in trouble. Gaara jumped in because the Raikage was about to throw his life away just to land one hit. Only one person left that fight with permanent body-altering damage, and it wasn't Sasuke. It was the man who had to chop his own arm off. Then we get to the bridge. A lot of hardcore Kakashi fans hate admitting this, but by this point, Sasuke was already in a different league than his sensei. The only reason there is even a debate about who would have won is because Sasuke was in the worst condition of his entire life. Think about the context. He just fought the Raikage, the Mizukage, and Gaara. Then he immediately fought and killed Danzo, a man spamming Izanagi in wood style. By the time Kakashi shows up, Sasuke is literally going blind. He can barely see. Despite that, Sasuke pulls out the Susanoo arrow. Kakashi, a seasoned elite jonin, has to use Mangekyo just to stay alive. Kakashi himself said, "If I hadn't used my Mangekyo, I would have been done for sure." Sasuke was keeping up with Kakashi's taijutsu blow for blow while half dead. If Sasuke is even 50% healthy there, that fight ends in 2 minutes. Then there's the argument that Sasuke didn't beat Deidara or Danzo because they blew themselves up. This is the weirdest logic in the fandom. Why did Deidara blow himself up? He did it because Sasuke completely dismantled his entire arsenal. Sasuke used his Sharingan to see the microscopic bombs and used lightning style to neutralize every trap. He outthought an S-rank Akatsuki member until that member felt his only remaining move was suicide. If you force an opponent to kill themselves just to stop you, you won. It's the same with Danzo. People say Danzo took himself out. No, that sealing jutsu is a trap that triggers after the user is basically dead. Danzo was already physically and mentally broken by Sasuke's genjutsu. Sasuke forced a man with 10 extra lives to run out of time. Don't forget the feat of 1,000 shinobi he defeated without a single lethal blow, or the fact that he low-diffed the entire Team 7 at the start of Shippuden. In the last fight with Naruto, Sasuke says, "I lose," but physically, that is a draw. Both lost an arm, both were immobilized. Sasuke lost the ideological fight. Sasuke isn't a fraud. He's a character who consistently fought up against older and more powerful enemies, and he won through tactical brilliance. We need to stop letting slander culture get in the way of actual media literacy.